Let me share.
All right. Well, hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody, depending on where in the world you're logging on from. Welcome to the Frequency Awakening Zoom opportunity presentation on this Wednesday evening. It's my pleasure, my honor to be able to turn this call over to an amazing leader, somebody that's got a heart of gold, somebody that just absolutely cares about each and every one of you on this call tonight. You want to pay close attention to what this lady shares for information about what's happening here. So I want to turn it over to Anna Feldman down in Australia. Good morning, Anna. Take it away and share with everybody your excitement, your passion, and what's happening here in the Frequency Awakening.
Thank you so much, Matt. That is very, very easy to do because, yeah, we are incredibly excited about what we're building in the Frequency Awakening. It's beyond just a line of products, as you say. It's a real movement. I feel like everybody here are people that are just feeling so lit up, awake, and on purpose for one of the biggest industry disruptors on so many levels that's happening right now on the planet. And I'm going to be hosting today with the amazing Luigi. We have some incredible testimonials, I know, on the call as well in the wings. So I'm going to get onto it. But I just wanted to really just welcome all of the guests who are on the call today because you're in for a treat. Sit back, relax. In one's lifetime, it is so rare to come across something, like you said, Matt, at the right timing, almost like where the stars collide with something that feels so important. And the timing is just so brilliant for us to bring an awakening really on the planet without sounding too woo woo. And that's what we're really all about here today, to really speak into solving, in a sense, and raising the vibration on the two biggest problems that we're facing in humanity right now. So I'm going to pull up a slide deck that's going to help me to stay on track. And I'm going to be shortly bringing on an amazing co-host that's going to speak into these areas with me. So, guys, a year ago, my life definitely did not look like how it's transmitting right now. And I will tell you that both the health and the wealth status of my own life, my husband and my son, was not so good. If anyone's heard of autoimmune in your life, I am one of those people that have one, even two, maybe even three autoimmune conditions. And I realized that I was looking at my future and things were looking like I was either going to be hooked on drugs and pharmaceuticals at some point down the track, or I was going to need to find a better way to navigate all of the symptoms, the crazy symptoms that we get when we're dealing with health issues, energy issues, even mental health issues in dealing with life itself. And I was very fortunate at the time to already be exploring this area of frequency that we're all here to talk about today. Surprise, surprise. Now, the area that I was looking at was more looking at clinical grade, medical grade frequency devices. My husband and I were not only looking to buy something for ourselves in the excess of 50,000 USD, but we were also looking to maybe even sell these like huge, you could say, technologies into wellness clinics. And something just wasn't sitting so right with me. So it was an amazing, I feel like, God-given moment in my life when someone in Canada, and I'm all the way here in Australia, on the east coast of Australia, someone in Canada shared with me what we're going to be sharing with you today. What completely blew me away, guys, was just how serendipitous it was that I was being shown frequency devices, not that I'd have to run to a clinic and pay for session after session after session, and also maybe even be charged in excess of 50,000 US, but actually something that I could have in my home that I could use every day, and not only for myself, but for my whole family. And not only that, it dawned on me very quickly that there was going to be a massive awakening on the planet, that these devices were going to be in everybody's home very, very quickly. And I'm not a fortune teller, but I can tell you when I started with OlyLife a year ago, there wasn't even one device here in Australia that I could try for myself. And today, what we're going to be sharing with you is a massive explosion that has not only taken off here in Australia and New Zealand, but also the US, all all over Europe now. And in fact, we're breaking into the West like you wouldn't believe, and for good reason. Because for the first time, I feel like the story of bringing health and wealth together has never felt so aligned for people who are really heart centered and wanting to make a big difference, not only in their own lives, but also in the lives of others. So today, you're in for a treat because we are all about alignment. And I hope that that's something that wakes up in you, that we have permission to talk about health and wealth together because they are so inextricably linked. And with that, I'm going to be bringing on my amazing co-host, Luigi. Everyone, many people know Luigi already, but if you're new to Luigi, he is not only bringing Ollie Life into his country, but he's also spearheading a global explosion. You're an incredible leader, and you've done so many amazing things for our Frequency Awakening movement, including creating the most incredible tools that we can now share together as a movement with everybody who is on the line that is open to health and wealth in a new and big way. So, with that, over to you, Luigi.
Well, first of all, I love your little story about how this all actually started for you. And first of all, if you're new on the call here today, all right, yes, stay with us because we're actually going to bring on some testimonials about the products too. All right, it's an opportunity in health and wealth, right? You can read it right in the title, health and wealth. So yes, there's going to be a lot of focus on health too. All right, so don't despair. But I always found that health and wealth really go hand in hand, especially when in my past I had one of my very good friends. He was my best friend actually when I was much younger, who lost his house because of money problems, and his wife left him and he killed himself. So I'm sorry, but it had to do with money, all right? So, like for me, when people say that money's not that important, I don't really agree completely there. I find like even here, when you look at here, like just take the average of Americans, right, with that have money problems. If you take like the 50% of the less fortunate population and the 50% of the more fortunate population, you'll notice that those who are wealthier tend to live a average of 7 to 8 to 9 years more than the bottom part. So there has to be some kind of correlation there. I like your story at the beginning, Anna, when you were talking about, well, like when you actually got started, you were looking at these PMF or these machines, but these $50,000 machines like to sell in clinics. It's kind of strange how life and synchronicities happen because you would have been stuck in a way that you would have had to try to sell these expensive machines. Now, I'm not saying that you wouldn't have succeeded because you can probably succeed at whatever you put your mind to. But you know what? It has to be a lot easier trying to sell machines that are only for $500, $1,000, or 1,005. It's not the same ball game. And finally, we're also seeing a lot of competition. I won't put names out there. Competitions because there is competition too to Holy Life. But some of that competition are machines that are $5,000. So I'm sorry. It's a little bit easier to sell a machine that's 1,000, 1,005 than 5,000. On top of that, especially when the machine is just as effective, if not better. All right, without any names out there. So I want you to look at this slide very carefully because it's a fact that people that are wealthier tend to live a little bit longer than people that are not because money problems also create stress, and stress
Mhm.
eats up inside you. All right, it affects your health. End of story.
Yep, absolutely. And we
Now,
also are entering a new phase.
so now let's talk about disruption. In anything that we want to do in our lives, it's always nice when you're at the beginning of something, especially when it's something that's disruptive. Whether you were looking at tech, the early Apple adopters, or even before that, it was the other companies that before Apple came along. But then after that, EV came along. Then you also had, we used to have taxis. Then after Ubers came along, I mean, we could go on and on at all the disruptions that we've seen throughout the last 10 to 20 years. Like we used to go to stores and buy things. And now, I mean, come on, Amazon is my girlfriend gets Amazon every day at home, so she doesn't go to the store almost anymore. So there's a lot of disruptions happening. Well, I'm sorry, but my story is pretty simple. I mean, for those who have already followed it, I went through a very massive depression and I had a lot of health problems. My doctor wanted to put me on medication for depression. And I was having a lot of other things, a little bit of my feet inflammation, discoloration on top of my feet. My sleep was completely shot. when I started using these devices, everyone, it changed my life within a month. That's why I'm here, and that's why Anna's here, first and foremost, is because these products are just life-changing. And not only are they life-changing, but it's also disruptive, because that's where we are with this company. Disruptive for everything that they're coming out with, all the new products they come out with every year. And yes, we have some beautiful products coming in the next couple of months, my dear friends. Next. I want to talk a little bit about the company because um, we both had the pleasure of going there. I actually went there a year before Anna, in Singapore at the headquarters. And then after that, Anna went also alone to Xiamen. Then after that, we went again to Xiamen together. So we've been there back and forth a couple of times. We actually had the chance of meeting the founder of this company. And you know what I love about this company is when we were at a training, they were talking about the products. The man, the founder, was in the room with us for 3 hours. We're all looking around the room because we knew that the founder was going to be there, but nobody knew that he was actually in the room with us. So when he got up to go in front of the stage, like we all, what? This guy was the founder? Why? Because he came on stage with no suit, no tie, no Rolex, no fireworks, just humble,
Mm.
polo, straight, and then he shared his story about why he did this company. Then, when we did our own little research and we found out who this man was, well, yes, it's somebody very well off. Okay, won't get into specifics here. I don't think he's doing All Your Life just for the money. I think it's more of a mission because he had problems with his health and he was getting treatment for a PMF. And he said, why not find a way of bringing it to the masses? And that's why Holy Life came to be, everyone. So there is a headquarters already in Asia, about 7 of them. The main headquarters is in Singapore, but they also have branches in 6 or 7 other countries in Asia. But outside of Asia, it's a big fat zero. Now, why am I saying that? Because they started in 2022. They're very comfortable in Asia. They had no intention of really opening up the West. Like they didn't really have the need to do it because they're doing so very well in Asia. I mean, they're already shipping to 167 country. Over there's more than 150 right now because the list that I shared the other day, there's a whole bunch of countries there that are not even written. But like they were making like $85 million a month in Asia alone. That's besides the West. So then we started building the West. And when we started, it was not easy. 2 months for shipping until we finally got a warehouse in Canada 6 months ago. Then we got 2 warehouses in the USA 6 months ago. Now shipping went down to 2 weeks. We just got a warehouse in Europe. Shipping went down to 2 weeks. They just got a warehouse in Australia. It's like
That's
it's
it.
it's just it's just happening, right,
One
Anna?
to 2 weeks now.
Under
It's
two
just,
weeks, same thing that in Europe, under 2 weeks. I mean, everybody's freaking out. So listen,
yeah.
we're right at the beginning because there's no branch yet outside of Asia. There's no branches. So that's how early we are in this opportunity, all right? Very, very early. And I think like if you look at OlyNation, because we're all part of OlyNation on this team, there's 25,000 members, which is not a lot. I think like maybe 7, 8, 9,000 in the US, 3, 4,000 in Canada, 3, 4,000 in Australia, 3, 4,000 in Europe. That's
Yeah.
nothing, dear friends. Like, are you serious?
Yeah, the timing on this is absolutely incredible. It's something that many of us are getting very excited about, and it's really a unique opportunity where we're partnering with a true research and development innovation company that's now looking far into the future with technology such as robotics and AI and of course frequency, and it's all based on patent protected patents and laboratories that actually originate in Sweden and Germany. The quality is incredible. The scope of where this is going for access, and that's something we get excited about for everyday people like us to have this in the home at an ethical price point, is an absolute game changer. And it's no wonder that they are doing as well as they are. Luigi, talk a little bit about the timing. We know that now we are just exploding in the West. So everyone in this room is blessed to be hearing about this so early in the journey.
So if you look at phase one, that was a startup phase for 4 years in Asia. Well, not more. It was actually 3 years in Asia. You can look at the phase one. That was Asia. Then it started growing a little bit, expanding to the West. You see that little red star? That's where we are right now for the massive explosion. So as you can see, the growth is we're just right before that massive growth. It's not like, and that growth, by the way, it's not just going to be for 6 months. We have at least 10 years of growth before it kind of plateaus, like it doesn't mean it's not going to keep on going up, but I mean that big shift is going to happen in the next 10 years, like 5 to 10 years. It's serious for anybody coming in now in 6 months, in a year from now. We're going to be seeing some major growth, especially with some of the new products that they're going to be launching soon. You're like we're already all sold on OlyLife, but I'm sorry, this company is next level. What they're coming out with, whether it's the new water machine that's going to, oh yeah, it's can't wait. It's coming. Don't worry, it's coming. Even if it's taking a little bit of time, it's going to be worth it. I'd rather they take their time, make sure that it launches well. But that's going to be huge. Like, do you imagine? Besides the frequency disruption, water disruption, AI intelligence disruption. So
Yeah.
yes, you heard me right. Intelligence that they're basically going to have artificial intelligence that's going to be logged in with our devices that'll be able to scan your body, read it, and tell you exactly how to use the devices for your body, what kind of water, because our water machine, you'll be able to actually do a lot of things with that water. It's not just like the water machines that we know from a company that's been around for many years. This is going to be completely different. It's a different ball game. But you know what? It's normal. I mean, the technology is newer. That's why, not because they're smarter. It's just newer technology. So yes, 500 millionaires already in Asia alone. There's only 1 millionaire outside of Asia. So that's how early we are, everyone. 3 years, massive success in Asia, and now we're ready to take on the world.
Beautiful. Do you want
Now,
me to speak a little bit into
electronic
this?
wellness accessible to the masses.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to look at these slides, everyone. They started off 4 years ago with a P90 foot machine. Then they came out with the P90 Plus, which, by the way, is, well, you'll hear a little bit more about it after, but the P90 Plus, I think that's our Ferrari right now. Because for the price tag of what it does with the extra accessories for the for the wand, for the facial, for the foot altogether, yes, the P90 Plus is the machine you need to get. But then it doesn't stop there. They came out with the Galaxy G1 glasses that were amazing. The Shake and Massager just 5-6 months ago. The Vitality Wand that, listen, Anna can talk about that for an hour. The Bama Air, that, by the way, there's a promotion now for every $1,000 that you buy, you get a free $500 Bama Air. Yes, you heard me right. If you spend $2,000, you get two Bama Airs. So you can have one in the kitchen, one in your room. I mean, if you spend $3,000, you can have one in the kitchen, one in your room, and who knows where else you want it also. Yes, the water machine, that's coming out super. So the future's ours. And that, yeah, but wait, we're going to be going to ODC, Anna, in September. And what's going to happen in ODC, besides the water machine, I think we're going to learn about some other products, right?
Every ODC, this is like a closed door event, guys, where OlyLife bring their top distributors into a room and they share the technology team, the development team, and the owners of the company. It's the only event every year where they actually share all of the new products and innovations that are coming in 2027. So guys, this is not a company that is based on one product. This is not a company that any kind of you could call it like fakes and copies can ever even compete with. We call it blue ocean because they are so ahead in their innovation, specifically looking at wellness tech that people can have in their home, right? Again, you don't have to run to a clinic to have life-changing frequency living, activated living in your home every day. And the testimonials that you're going to hear on this call is really the gold of what this call is all about. So we just want to get through we just want to tick the boxes so that you can recognize, because it is an opportunity call, that you can recognize the timing of when an idea has truly come. And if you're a visionary or someone that has that, like that spark for entrepreneurship, relationship, then we are unapologetically sharing that this is where the health and wealth and the future of where the industry is going is actually at. And I believe that we're at the leading edge with this company. Now, guys, we're going to be sharing a bit of history on the frequencies that this company is focusing on with their technology, so that you can understand that we're standing on the shoulders of a true giant, and none of it is woo-woo. So sit back and relax. We all love this video so much. Let's go on a journey together, and I'll meet you on the other side.
This is the raw, documented timeline of PEMF, pulsed electromagnetic field therapy. Not pills, not scalpels. Controlled signals of energy that speak the body's own electrical language. A technology so aligned with nature, it was hidden in plain sight, sidelined, overlooked, and pushed to the margins as modern medicine turned toward chemicals and machines. But the timeline reveals everything. 1880s, Tesla unleashes the spark. Nikola Tesla steps onto the world stage and demonstrates something mind-blowing. High-frequency electromagnetic energy can flow through the human body without harm. Cells respond instantly. Tissue comes alive. He proves the body isn't just chemical, it's electrical at its core. The scientific world is electrified. Then mainstream medicine shifts toward drugs and surgery, and the entire field of electrotherapy is quietly pushed into the shadows. Tesla's vision? Buried for decades. 1950s to 1960s, the Cold War Shadow War. While the West bets everything on blockbuster drugs, the Soviet Union and Eastern Bloc turn PEMF into frontline hospital medicine. Fractures heal at astonishing speeds. Tissue rebuilds itself. Cosmonauts carry the technology into orbit to survive the brutal, bone-wasting void of space. The data is overwhelming. Yet in the West, governments and medical institutions label it fringe. The research fades from view. The 7.83 Hertz-Schumann resonance, Earth's own low-frequency electromagnetic backdrop, remains one of the most intriguing signals in the story. 1979, the moment the establishment cracks then. 1979. The FDA clears a PEMF device for a specific bone healing use. A breakthrough technology now has a place inside clinical medicine. The silence is shattered. Bones that doctors called impossible suddenly heal. The world gets its first public proof. Pulsed electromagnetic fields can influence biology in powerful ways. 1980s to 2000s, the space age recovery frontier. But the real revolution is happening above the planet. In space, astronauts lose up to 2% bone and muscle every single month. NASA pours millions into advanced research and explores PEMF among the technologies tied to recovery and repair. Their patents add fuel to the fascination. Cellular repair draws fresh scientific attention. Recovery signals intensify. Tissue repair pathways become impossible to ignore. Years later, the technology begins drawing wider attention back on Earth. 2011, the leap that opened a new chapter in oncology. 2011. Building on PEMF's electromagnetic foundation, Tumor Treating Fields earns FDA approval for the deadliest brain cancer known. The same principles that heal bone now disrupt cancer cell division at the microscopic level. No chemicals, no radiation. Just precise frequencies changing the game while patients live their lives.
These are Robert's MRIs, again, under only TT field treatment. This is a therapy that takes time to work. It's a medical device. It works when it's on. But what we can see is by month 6, the tumor has responded and it's begun to melt away. It's still there. By month 12, we can argue whether there's a little bit of material around the edges, but it's essentially completely gone.
The timeline just went nuclear. Today, the veil is lifting for everyone. Now the timeline reaches you. PEMF is studied and used across orthopedics, rehabilitation, pain management, sports recovery, and the exploding frontier of cellular regeneration. Clinics, athletes, homes. The same force once explored in elite research settings and echoed in the Earth's natural electromagnetic environment is finally available. The old skepticism, cracking. The silence, ending. This is the hidden timeline of life itself. They tried to bury it. Institutions stayed quiet. The medical world looked the other way. But PEMF is not alternative medicine. It is one of the oldest and most fascinating bioelectric ideas in medicine. The Earth's own electrical code, now in your hands. The secret your body has been waiting for.
Wow, guys, I hope that that little journey into frequencies and PEMF has really landed for you, that this is not new science, right? There has been a huge journey that has been hidden from everyday people like us, and only now, finally now, we're living in the craziest time, I think, on the planet, but also one of the best times where finally the secrets of frequency are now no longer secret. And honestly, the most exciting part of this isn't even all of the studies and all of the history, it's the access that OlyLife has finally found a way to be able to bring the PEMF cutting technology into our homes in such an exciting way. So guys, why are we so excited about it? Well, it's just because when you hear truth and it lands for you, you recognize this is the thing that we've been missing in the whole health and wellness journey. And that's why thousands, millions are lighting up to the truth that our bodies are electric before we are even biology and chemistry. All of the processes that account for our health and well-being are actually being powered by frequency, okay? And what's happening in our life? Well, we can all relate that the frequencies that we are being bombarded with, maybe even intentionally sometimes, are the frequencies that dysregulate our nervous system and our well-being, okay? It's not only our lifestyle and the incredible stress, as well as the financial stress, but life stress that we deal with that creates incongruent frequency patterns in our brain and also in our body that impacts our well-being. So guys, no matter how much of the good stuff we keep throwing at our wellness, both the mental health and our physical health, the medication, the protocols, the surgeries, even the trauma-based therapies that we put ourselves into to get the healing that we're so craving, why is chronic illness still growing in our communities, in the world at large? Well, the thing that we get excited about is that the piece that's been missing, we call it the frequency gap, is that we've been so disconnected from the earth and her heartbeat, these frequencies that our body has evolved with over thousands of years. Finally, through PEMF, through the study of the pulse electromagnetic field, we're reconnecting to these. And again, you're going to hear in the testimonials what actually happens when we get the frequencies that help us to thrive. Now, guys,
just before you continue there, in the chat.
Go ahead, Luigi.
Just before, yes, because I like to keep at least 15 minutes near the end there, so I'll let you time that out. In the chat, we're going to be doing testimonials for 10, 15 minutes at the end of the call. So anybody that has a nice testimonial, like we like to see some new people there too, please raise your hand. So there's a little place at the bottom where you can go to react, and you can raise your hand. Raise your hand so this way I can bring you on as a panelist, so you'll be ready to share at the end. So raise your hand. I'll see how many people I can fit in there, and I'll let you all in.
Absolutely. That's where the magic happens, when we can bring people out from our community to share what's happening when they get a daily cellular recharge. Now, guys, we would never dream about not recharging our phone or our laptop at the end of the day, right? So why would it be okay on any level not to recharge our body? And that's what this is all about, that actually we are just one giant battery pack. And honestly, guys, when you start hearing the stories of what happens when we get that cellular recharge, that's where it all starts to make sense in a big way. Now, Luigi, we can, I think we'll do this live blood analysis video just so you guys can have a visual of what it looks like under a microscope when you before a PEMF session versus after, so that you can see for yourself what is actually happening. And this, we never get tired of seeing this for ourselves. So just take a look at the live blood analysis of our very own Katrina Murray. We know her personally. It's the real deal. Looking at live blood before the PEMF session, and you can see what's happening here, guys, is that is actually red blood cells before they've been activated, before they've been charged, stuck together, not a lot of oxygenation, detoxification, or absorption of nutrients going on. It's quite stagnant versus after the very first 20-minute P90 plus session. Look at that. The blood has been completely charged, and the knock-on effect, guys, of that is what is so very, very special. And I believe we have to really hear it from people in our community that are ready to share. So would you like me just to stop the share for the moment? Because I'd love to, just bring everybody out that's going to be sharing today.
Weren't you going to play the product, the video product there before we continue with the sharing, so people know what the products are? I don't know. It's your call there, but I don't mind if you want to play that video first, so people know what we're sharing about, because nobody has really seen.
We can do that. So what Luigi's saying is, let's go back. What we're going to do now is we're going to share with you a video that's going to put in your mind the technology that's making the difference in the people's lives that you're about to hear from today. So we'll go back to that. Happy to do that. It's another video. It's not a long video, but guys, I think you're going to love it. So again, sit back, relax, and just check out what is exploding in the world right now.
You've about to watch a video sharing the science of activated living. You now understand why frequency healing matters and why reconnecting with the signals your body evolved with unlocks your greatest potential in wellness, performance, and how gracefully your body ages. The next question is, how do you bring activated living into your everyday life? Understanding the science is one thing. Having access to the tools designed specifically to close your frequency gap is your next step. For decades, frequency healing technology was confined to research labs and elite performance centers. It worked, but it wasn't accessible to the average person. That changed when OlyLife made it their mission to bring frequency healing technology to everyone. OlyLife represents a lifestyle focused on advanced wellness technologies that help recover more quickly and perform at their highest potential every day. Founded in 2022, they've expanded into more than 150 countries, earned 167 global patents, and are generating over $80 million per month in documented revenue. Growth like that happens when technology genuinely transforms lives. Think of OlyLife like Apple. Apple created an ecosystem that changed how we live, work, and activate. OlyLife is doing the same, not for devices in your hand, but for the frequency signals your biology depends on. Their engineering spans Germany, Sweden, Japan, and China. Every product is built for precision, safety, and certification. What they've created is the closest thing on the market to nature's missing signals: portable, accessible, and effective. This is why the Frequency Awakening partners with OlyLife. Their commitment to research, innovation, and integrity aligns with our mission. Let's explore what they've built, not as a product catalog, but as a family of tools designed to bring frequency healing into your everyday life. The device that sparked a global movement, the Terra P90. The P90 is a portable PEMF and terahertz system for daily rejuvenation. It recharges your cells, supports circulation, relaxes your nervous system, and brings your body back into balance. Compact and simple to use at home, in the office, or anywhere. For many, it's their first real experience of daily frequency healing. OlyLife didn't stop there. What emerged next is the most advanced portable frequency system in the world. The P90 Plus expands everything into a full-spectrum activated living tool. It combines PEMF, terahertz, and red light therapy with 2 specialty attachments. The Frost Age Beauty device uses RF and EMS frequencies to support collagen production, skin electricity, circulation, and long-term rejuvenation. A soothing, restorative facial experience powered by natural frequencies. The Revitalix Massager blends magnetic therapy, EMS, TENS, and red light to support muscle recovery, fascia release, scalp health, and deep cellular repair. People use it for relaxation, post-workout recovery, and restoring vitality wherever your body holds tension. With 20 adjustable intensity levels, a wireless remote, and a grounding foot pedal, the P90 Plus turns your home into a frequency-powered recovery center. In today's world, our eyes and nervous system need support. That's where the Galaxy One glasses come in. The world's first low-frequency eye care device using gentle light frequency patterns and low-frequency stimulation to calm your mind, relax your eyes, reduce strain, and bring your system into deeper coherence. Designed to support aging eyes and relief from natural visual changes, it supports recovery from blue light exposure and prolonged screen use, major stressors for your eyes and nervous system. By activating cells around your eyes and supporting healthier circulation, Galaxy One is used by many seeking support for cataracts, glaucoma, and macular degeneration. Its frequency-based stimulation supports tissue regeneration, improves circulation, reduces inflammation, and eases redness, puffiness, and dark circles. Sharper vision, calmer focus, faster cognitive recovery, peak performance at any age. For those who carry stress or tightness in muscle and fascia, the Vitality Wand, a frequency-powered fascia and mobility tool. It blends PEMF with ultra-long-wave energy and gentle thermal airflow to soften tight tissue, reduce inflammation, restore flexibility, and help your body feel fluid and open. When fascia releases, energy moves freely. When energy flows, vitality returns. One of OlyLife's most transformative innovations, Shaken, the world's first frequency-powered metabolic support device. Shaken works with your body's natural patterns using vibration, low-frequency signals, and targeted frequency stimulation to support cellular flow, energy regulation, circulation, and restorative vitality. Non-invasive, easy to use, and supports reconnecting with your body's natural capacity for balance and renewal. As the frequency wellness industry grows, many companies lack the frequency strength, engineering standards, and certifications required to deliver physiological support your body responds to. In frequency healing, quality matters. Your biology needs signals strong enough and precise enough to make the difference you want to experience. This is why the Frequency Awakening partners with OlyLife. Each device supports a different dimension of your activated living performance protocol, from energy and recovery, to relaxation and beauty, to mobility and metabolic health. Together, they form a frequency healing ecosystem you can use anytime, anywhere. You've now seen the science and the tools. You understand why frequency healing works and what's possible when you reconnect with the signals your body has been missing. But here's what matters most. This isn't about acquiring devices. It's about choosing a different way to live, where your well-being and performance isn't something you chase, it's something you activate. Where your body's greatest potential isn't something you manage, it's something you reconnect with. Where recovering and feeling energetic isn't a struggle, it's a natural state you return to. Your body isn't broken, it's simply waiting to be reconnected. With the right tools, that reconnection becomes part of your everyday life. The Frequency Awakening exists to support you in experiencing that shift, not through hype, not through pressure, but through access to the science, the tools, and the community that makes activated living possible. Your next step is simple. Step up to activated living. Welcome to the Frequency Awakening.
Fantastic. Thank you, Luigi, for that reminder that we had an amazing video that shares about these beautiful products and the way that they weave in together to create just incredible life-changing results. And I know that we're about to hear some incredible stories from our very own community. Guys, just to again mention that this is an ecosystem, you could say, of technologies working together, and we are just scratching the very tip of the iceberg with the innovation that this company is bringing out. Luigi, you mentioned the Bama Air. I just have to, before we jump into testimonials, mention to you guys, those Bama Airs, those air ionizers are just the most powerful way to purify the air in every room in your house from dust and mold and all of the nasties that we don't even realize that we're breathing in. They are absolutely mind-blowing. They're worth 500 USD, and the company has chosen to give them away with every $1,000 that people spend in the company right now, and that goes till the end of the month. So guys, take advantage of it. Just that alone is a game changer in your household, and I just thought I'd give it a little bit of a plug before we shift gears now, before we shift gears into our testimonials. So with that, are you happy for me to stop the share?
Yeah, no, it's good. We have 15 minutes now, so we have enough time to have couple of different speakers. So right now we have 4 people that are speaking, but we still have place for 2 more people. So if we can have 2 people in the room that have a great story about using the products, please don't be shy. Just lift your hand. We're family here. Nobody judges you. Whatever you say is correct. All right. And it's nice because people like to hear different stories from different people. Like, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We actually have Matt too today that's going to share too. All right, Matt, let's go. And normally I just hear the rah rah rah. I've never heard you share a real deep feeling story yet. So I'm looking forward to it. Well, all right. We have place for one more person. If you lift your hand, I'll bring you on. It's all yours, Anna. Take it away.
Fantastic. Now I'm excited to hear from everyone here today. Let's just begin. And I just want to also invite that this is an opportunity call. So if you have a story to share about how this opportunity has impacted your life as well as the products, just feel free to share with our amazing guest today. There's 111. It's an auspicious number. Matt, let's start with you. You raised your hand. I know that you've got I feel like is now the right time to bring you out. I'd love to bring you out first
I'm
and
good. Yes, for sure.
hear your story.
Just wanted to share a quick testimonial, both about the product and, well, really quick about the business. But my wife got in a bad bicycle accident 16 years ago. Down in Hollywood Beach, Florida. She went over the handlebars on her bicycle, face planted on the asphalt, lost her memory for 5 hours. It was one of the scariest ordeals of our lives. It was absolutely horrible. My wife's an IT project manager. She's a consultant to Bell Canada on the security and infrastructure side of things, which means she looks at computer screens all day, every day. She was getting and has been getting migraine auras and floaties and everything for, well, the last 16 years. We get the P90 Plus, and we get the Galaxy G goggles. And folks, the only thing that she's done different is the fact that she's been using these products. No more migraine auras, no more floaties. It's super awesome. She's also, for ladies, for your time of the month. My wife has expressed that it's helped with her cramps and things like that as well. I'll get her to come on in the near future and actually share her testimony. Some of you haven't even met her yet. So that's super exciting for me. I do a lot of snowmobiling. I came out off of a very aggressive snowmobiling season where my left knee was inflamed and in a lot of discomfort. And I got the wand, which is a vitality wand, absolutely amazing as well. And the discomfort in my knee has gone past. And for any of you that are friends on Facebook, you know that I was at a boat party, a big boat on the lake last week, and I had well, I don't want to get too graphic, but I cut my foot pretty good. And well, it's only Wednesday, and it happened Saturday. I've been using the P90, and I've been wanding my foot, and both my wife and I are pretty darn excited for the fact that it is healing pretty freaking quick, probably faster than anything ever. As far as the business, I've been in network marketing for, well, 32 years of my life. I'm 52 now. And what I'm experiencing here is absolutely amazing with our no auto ship, no monthly fees. And it's getting the attention of some massive people, massive contacts of mine in the industry. And it's super exciting. We're starting to go completely global right now. And some of the names that are coming along globally are pretty mind blowing. So, anyway, thank you so much, Anna. Appreciate you. And back over to you. I'm excited to hear all the other amazing testimonials. But, yep. Love the products because without a good product, we have no opportunity.
You're absolutely right. Thank you, Matt. And we love hearing your story. I know sometimes from presenters, you don't get to hear the full story of how it came into your life and the difference that it's making. So congratulations. I love that this is really growing and blowing up for you for good reason. We've got some other amazing stories to hear from today. I'm going to go over to Eugene next and get you to unmute and we'll spotlight you. Come
Hey
on out.
guys, I just got home from doing an event in my office, so it was very exciting. I had like 8 people over trying the devices today. Um, so that's as far as the business end of that, that's like one of the most exciting parts is to have people try it one time and then say, oh, I can move my arm like I couldn't do an hour ago, or oh, my feet are now tingling when I had no feeling when I showed up, or um, yeah, like the stories I heard today to me are why I'm so passionate about this this particular opportunity in business, because I get texts every day now from someone being so grateful for how their life has changed. So a lot of you know my story is that I had had some athletic injuries where my both my hamstrings were ripped and I had a tendon ripped off of one of my hips. And it took about 7 months before I got approved for an MRI to find out that's why I wasn't walking. So I couldn't walk for, I'd go downstairs once and I'd pull myself up the stairs one time a day because it was so painful. I couldn't go to my mailbox. I'd sit on my couch crying. And then that's when we met, when I was in so much pain. And within 4 days of using the P90 Plus, the burning in the back of my hamstrings was gone. And then within 6 days, I was walking down the street. So the healing just kept coming, and I'm feeling better and better. The two really quick other testimonials is the Obama Air, which I have behind me in my office. I was actually going to order two of those, and then they did this free promotion. And so I ordered two and I got one free, and I put it in my bedroom. And all of my allergies, my seasonal, like every morning I wake up sneezing. You can ask my husband, it's the most annoying thing. I just wake up sneezing. I have not sneezed in the morning in 5 straight days.
Wow.
I'm just like, just the simple things that just keep getting better and better. I'm just like, this thing is amazing. So I have one in my office, I have one in my bedroom, I have one downstairs now. And so to promote that is just so much fun because it's like, well, if you get this device, you get one of those free. If you get this device and the device, you get two of those free. So, so that's like just some of the snippets of my stories. But
Wow, Jean, congratulations. We needed a Bama Air testimonial, and you just brought one of the best testimonials in. Congratulations. And, we met more than a year ago, and I saw you in that much pain, and you came in 100% for the product. And I know that you're staying and sharing this for the business as well and the impact that it's making. I just want to really underscore how easy it is. Like you opened with, I had 8 people at my place today, like to demonstrate these products. It's never been easier to see change and transformation in front of your eyes with something like this frequency. Who knew? So this is the really special, most disruptive thing, is that we can move it around house to house, bring people over. We can demonstrate. Live events are happening probably in your city or around your city right now that you can come and try one of the devices, or, have someone share a device with you if that's your thing, to experience it. When I started, there was no devices to try. I flew out to Asia and for the first time felt a shift in my body. I was telling you about my autoimmune. Just to finish that story off, I also came because I saw the potential of the product working on my body. Within just the first session, I felt pain. I felt the inflammation in my body shift after a very long flight over, just using the Vitality Wand. But over the year that I've now been using my device, I am completely free in my body of discomfort. We have to be compliant with the words that we're using, but I come out of bed feeling like I'm 20 again, instead of the feeling of being 80 years old in my body and everything feeling inflamed. To know that I have this without any invasive surgery, no drugs, no addiction to anything, is the biggest game changer. And I know that we're sharing this because we want the world to feel the same way that we do in our body and our mind as we do with these products. So thank you for sharing yours, Jean. I'm glad I got to finish my own personal testimonial. Tanya, over to you. Come and share a few words.
Just so I feel like crying hearing all these stories, because it's just, yeah, it's just mind blowing. I've been with Holy Life now in this beautiful community for almost a year. I signed up 25th of August last year, and we were just a few people. And I've come on every call, and just coming onto this call again, what struck out for me today, I love hearing the videos, hearing all of you share. I listen to this because every time I get something else and I tap in, we've got these calls even to connect in, to be together. And what struck me today was activated living. And that's flowing on from you, Anna. The activated living as a woman as well is finally really being woman, and we are not men, we are women, and women are flowing. We need to be receptive. We need to also have a lot of rest. We are not doers. We have had to live in a man's world, and we are part of these new paradigms that are transforming this. And coming to the Ayurveda, having the Ayurveda just standing around, it's doing so much on us. We don't even have to sit there and hold something and put it into us somewhere. We can just have the Ayurveda in our field, and you can see it in my body, just like, oh, you know, the nervous system relaxes, the allergies stop. And sorry, there's a plane coming. That's that energy coming in. That's all of you coming to the Gold Coast next year when we're having a gathering.
Tanya, thank you for sharing your testimonial. We're gonna bounce. We've got a couple of people we're gonna hear from, and then we're gonna wrap up this call. Thank you so much for sharing. We've got Dewi. Would you like to come out, Dewi?
Hi, thank you, Anna. First of all, I want to thank you and Luigi for all the hard work you're doing and putting it in community. And I'm gonna be emotional. I feel I got my life back. I had a riding accident in 2007, lost my memory, and my intention was to get it all back. It's been a very, very stressful time since, with lots of moves as well. And last year, I had another accident, also horse-related. My horse pushed a gate over, which was very wobbly. I landed underneath the gate. My horse landed on top of me with the gate, and I was stuck to the ground. So it was another trauma. And then I had 5 moves in 3 months, and I had to remember where everything was. And then I had a after effect of the shock, whiplash, a lot of stress with the previous move. And by the end of December, I felt I was dying. I'm quite resilient, and I'm also a natural health practitioner. And but I felt like nothing was working for me anymore. And then I won, thanks to Rebecca, my upline, an angel, this device. In the beginning of January, things shifted. So I had no idea how many things were wrong with me. I was diagnosed with low thyroid, low functioning, diabetes. I also had tinnitus, forgetfulness, couldn't sleep. I had lots of aches and pains. And after the first session, I felt things actually melted away. I could sleep for the first time because I haven't been able to sleep for over 20 years through the night. I also made very long hours in front of the computer because once I felt my memories back, I needed to catch up on the things I wasn't able to do for a long time. So I think I spent about maybe 2,000 hours doing NLP training because I'm also shifting to be a coach. So my eyes were getting dry and tired. So yeah, and from the top to the bottom, my tinnitus started clearing up. My energy was coming back. My memory is a lot better. And also I noticed that I was much more aware of boundaries. Because when I came to New Zealand, I married a narcissistic husband. I didn't know about that. But I had lost complete a picture of who I was, what I was capable of. And I started seeing things as normal, which are not normal. Now I became a lot more aware about what was not normal. And I could take steps on that. I became more assertive, more outspoken. So that was another thing. I also had very bad irritable bowel syndrome had come back. So I was bloated and everything I was eating was having an immediate effect on me. That disappeared. I also had very bad neuropathy in both my feet. And that's now, I think, down to about 10, 15% of what it used to be. What else? Yeah, I've just moved again and there's still a lot of stress and things flying around. But I feel like I'm able to cope with things a lot better. And like that, I got this machine here. This is next to me, and on my feet is the P90. So I'm using that a lot. And I just want to acknowledge Rebecca Pruitt for amazing support she's been given, because just before I moved, she came over to New Zealand, and in spite of all the stress, other things, we managed to organize over 3 days. I think it was 5 grounding parties. And the response was so positive. And also, this has also given me an opportunity to do what I would like to do is create a network and network marketing. And it has given me another source of income, plus the opportunity to learn leader skills, communication skills, and everything what else comes with it. And I'm so
Congratulations.
blessed, to be in this community, because that's what I wanted, is a global community working from the heart, making the world a better place and make it available to everybody. Thank you so much.
Derry. And we love having you in this community. And a big shout out to Rebecca. You're an amazing leader. Derry, it sounds like it's impacted every area of your life. And I love that you brought that mental wellness and that nervous system regulation in, because even at a base level, I think all of us in the world today really could use a tool that is, again, non-invasive and drug-free to just help us to regulate, again, our nervous systems to function at our best. Thank you for sharing your story. You have a really big
One more
one
thing,
to
to my big surprise, I qualified for Thailand for the holiday. It's now a matter of getting the money together for the flight. So
joining 150 people in Thailand, guys. I hope the people on the call are also, you have your light switched on for Thailand. That's another exciting thing we have on the map. Guys, we have one more testimonial and then we're going to wrap up this call. So with that, come on out. Luck. Nice to have you. You're on mute there though. We need to hear you.
Okay, there you go. Hi, I'm 55-year-old from Charlotte, New Brunswick, and I've been with Matthew. It's been 2 months and almost and a half, and I've been in the mental health industry for 35 years, and I'm still am right now. But I have a foster kid right now, and in 1992, I was working at the mental health hospital and I injured my back. And I've been out of work for a year or two. And after that, I've been living with pain the rest of my life. And when I start doing the P90 Plus and the massager, I feel good and all that. And I start feeling the more energy and more sleep better and all that. So I order the Vitally wand and goggles, and just it's been amazing for me. Had pain in my back. It's quite gone, and so I just want to thank you all guys for. I've been listening to all the calls I can, and you guys doing a great job. So I just want to say my word in it there. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for jumping out. I really appreciate you.
Merci.
Yeah, do you want to...
Luc, vous parlez français, Luc, hein?
Oui, ça paraît, hein?
Oui, ça paraît.
Oui, mais c'est correct. Je voulais me présenter.
On t'aime quand même. Take it away.
C'est bien.
What a beautiful way to end the call, guys. I want to just thank everyone who shared a testimonial today. We really appreciate all of the wonderful stories in the community, but I'm just going to end with something that pulls it all together. I think that everybody here on this call and everyone that shared a testimonial is excited organically about sharing this gift with everybody that they know. Everybody that they know, because you're not selling something. You're not dragging somebody into an old model that we've seen before in the direct sales or network marketing space. You're sharing a gift, and that gift comes with something so extraordinary, a disruptive business, an opportunity to create prosperity without all of the usual things that we just don't vibe with anymore in the industry. Things like the fact that there are no joining fees associated with this. There's no monthly or annual fees. There's no auto ships that you have to keep your credit card paying month after month on. And in this one product, any one of those beautiful devices that you've heard about today, that opens everything up for you, right? You could literally just have one device at home, and that opens the door to prosperity, to this community, to being part of something that feels like you're alive again, you have hope again, that you actually have something you can believe in again, that is a win-win for absolutely everybody. So we don't want to talk over all of the compensation plan benefits and the way this company rewards its members, because you can reach back to the person who introduced you to come on this call today. And there is a short video that explains all of that. But I can tell you that the reason why this is exploding now more than anything in the West is because it really is the right frequency, right? Not just as a product, but as a community and as a business model to create prosperity in a way that aligns with our hearts for what we want to share in the world today. And I feel like we are all so very blessed to be part of the Frequency Awakening. Now, we've heard the stories. We just want to thank everybody who came on the call today, who is already part of our family, and those people that are watching, just to say a very big thank you for giving us your time today, for everybody who shared, and just know that we have something very precious in our hands that we get to go out in the world and share and change lives with, is enough to keep us pumped up and keep us alive and excited for many, many, many years to come. So with that, Luigi, if you want to tie a bow on it, we'd love you to come on out. And I believe it's nearly a wrap.
Oh no, come on, Anna. I wanted to end this call with your voice, not my voice. So say one last word. Say we got to end it with your voice tonight. Stop that sharing. Bring everybody on camera one last time so they can see all our smiling faces, and end this, Anna. End this call.
I just want to say something very short and sweet, and that is we are in a time in humanity where we're all about building a movement. If you're not part of a community of like-minded people who you can share good times with, you can grow with in a non-hypey way, in a way that actually feels like we're making an impact, then community is number one. Our frequency awakening community is not just powered by frequency every day, the right kind of frequency that's regulating us and helping us, as you say, live an activated life, but we're also changing the lives of so many thousands of people financially as well, in a way that feels like home for the first time. It's all about creating systems where we can duplicate and share what we have on the planet in a way that anyone can feel like they belong. And for that, I will just say, please, please get back to the person that shared this with you, because we truly have something so unique that is translated into every single language right now on the planet, so that we can really take this global, because this is an idea whose time has come, and we are excited to bring this to everybody, no matter where you are in the world today. So welcome to the family. The Frequency Awakening rocks. We love you guys. And with that, it is a wrap. We've got Luigi giving us the symbol. We are good to go. Bye, everybody. Have an amazing day, night, wherever you are in the world. Much love.